onto the title long enough to erase Punk. However, I don't think Punk's record stays alive for more than a couple of years, because I think they will attempt to erase his record from the books so they don't have any record of CM Punk ever being with the company in that type of sense.
I mean, does any of this even matter? Technically, the Iron Sheik is still the world heavyweight champion since they erased Hulk Hogan from the record book. So Hogan never beat the Iron Sheik, which means all the chain of events after Hogan's erasing never happened. So does any of this even matter?
It doesn't. Just like Curtis Axel's still in the Royal Rumble right now. So, I mean...
Absolutely. Felix, how do you feel about that? The Iron Sheik's technically the champion.
Yeah, just like Andre the Giant actually just flipped around in the ring and didn't get body slammed.
I mean, that had to be the largest trip I've ever seen.
He took a really awkward front bump. He really did.
I mean, I never knew that Bobby Heenan was that strong to be able to trip a 500-pound guy that high.
I mean, over time, I think Punk's record will be erased. Would they like to? Yes, but I think because of Brock and everybody that they have right now, I don't think they will erase his title reign. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at it like this: even if they do it on purpose or they don't, I have no problem seeing Seth Rollins hold the title till WrestleMania. I don't know who he might take on. Maybe he takes on Orton. I don't know. Maybe he wins the match. Maybe Sheamus cashes in, takes the title from him, and then it sets up Brock Lesnar versus Sheamus, because I wouldn't mind seeing Brock Lesnar for Sheamus. I mean, at least, I'm not a big Sheamus fan, even though we all know Real Sports Talk with Kenny Kluska's host. Kenny Kluska is a big Sheamus fan, and if he's listening right now, he's definitely yelling fella. And I don't mind seeing these two guys go against each other, because at least, Sheamus is a big dude. I mean, he's a big boy, so, Brock Lesnar throwing around Seth Rollins literally like Nick throwing around his pillow. I mean, it's not convincing when a guy like Seth Rollins he could, if he turned around and cleanly beat and pinned Brock Lesnar, it's not believable. But at least if Sheamus did it, it's a little bit more believable. It's a little more convincing. You got a close to 300-pound Sheamus defeating a Brock Lesnar, or at least giving him a big run for his money. It's believable. I mean, the whole CM Punk versus Lesnar and Seth Rollins, it's not believable. It'd be like Daniel Bryan beating Lesnar. I just don't believe it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that was our question of the day. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about the ongoing saga with Chyna. So sit back, relax. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius full of glory and renown. You are listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Esposito's Pizza and Pasta. Check us out on one of our fine locations, 930 Route 34 in Matawan, New Jersey, or 233 East Main Street in Manasquan, New Jersey. From pizza and salads to pasta and buffalo wings, we have something to suit every member of your family. Whether you're seeking to take out, delivery, or just want to dine in, let us do the dishes. We would be more than happy to take care of your next meal. Our courteous and friendly restaurant staff is here to meet and exceed all your expectations. We promise an enjoyable experience each and every time we serve you. Try our award-winning sesame seed crust pizza, the recent winner of first place in the Las Vegas Pizza Open in the Artisans Division. Visit us online at sesameseedpizza.com for store hours, menus, and phone numbers, or just stop by one of our 2 great locations. You'll be glad you did. Esposito's Pizza and Pasta, so close to eating at Mom's, but without all the yelling.
puppy world, coming to you straight from the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore. This is the greatest tag team in New York City. Hell, the greatest tag team in professional wrestling, the Scumbag Nation. I am Rude Boy Riley.
And I am the American Nightmare, Logan Black.
Like I said, here we stand in the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore. It is located in the English Town Flea Market, Green Building, booth 35.
And I'll tell you, they sell all things related to wrestling, my friends. They got kids and adult t-shirts and lucha masks, DVDs from all over the world, action figures, tickets to local indie events. Hell, they'll probably sell you a kitchen sink if you ask for it.
And if you want that kitchen sink, if you've got some dirty dishes, make sure to like them on Facebook. That is facebook.com/Funkenstein Inc.
Once again, this is the Scumbag Nation reminding you, if you want anything that has to do with wrestling, there's no better place to go than Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore.
Thanks again, Rude Boy Riley
and Logan Black.
Hello, this is the intrepid traveler, Paul London. Good journey, y'all. When you're ready to whip your rock out, do it with Coach Kev at Damage 365 Radio.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, special thanks to Esposito's Pizza and Pasta and the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore over there in the Englishtown Flea Market. I hope they had a great weekend, and I hope they're having a good day today. They're there for another 23 minutes, so check them out over there in the Green Building, booth number 35 in the Englishtown Flea Market. That is the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore. Tell them Coach Kev sent you and you want free stickers, because that's what I do. That's what I do when I go there. I tell them I want free stickers. So I think they owe me free stickers, but whatever. Let's get back to the reason, one of the main reasons why we asked Felix to call in, because he's like a Chyna correspondent. And,
Chyna correspondent.
All right. We had this ongoing look. Everybody who's anybody who watched the Attitude Era was a fan of Chyna at that time. Whatever happened after that, away from wrestling, shouldn't sway your opinion on what Chyna meant to the business of wrestling. She put a footmark in the business. She changed the business. She was the only female to that day and to now to win and hold a major men's title, in this case the Intercontinental Championship. Still to this day it has not happened. She changed history.
It won't ever happen.
Yeah. And I feel like my view on Hall of Fame is, even if maybe you didn't have the most Hall of Fame career per se, like you weren't like the top of the game, the benchmark for carrying the company, like a Hogan, like a Cena, like a Stone Cold, a Rock, guys like that. But if you make a major impact and change the history and rewrite history in a business, then you should be recognized as, in this case, a Hall of Fame. If this was like another business, your name would be on a wall. In this case, a Hall of Fame. And I feel for that reason only, she belongs in the Hall of Fame. So getting away from that, Roddy Piper just recently passed away. We had our tribute show as well as other people. And he had his viewing services. Chyna was there. Triple H was there, amongst how many other current and former professional wrestlers. And WWE didn't put a memo out there saying stay away. It was welcome for anybody to pay their respects to a WWE Hall of Famer, another person who changed the history, who he put a foot stamp on the business, one of the best guys on a microphone ever to pick up a microphone in this business. And the internet universe somehow twisted this all up and said that Chyna bum rushed Triple H and crying and threatening and then apologizing. And according to Chyna's video, she was online to pay her respects Triple H was there. She gave him a hug, whispered into his ear that she's sorry for everything that she ever did and said about him in a negative way, and that was it. Now, look, I feel that Chyna doesn't even need to come out and explain herself, but she did. So I'm gonna go to Felix first. Felix, what is your feel on this? I know that you have exchanges back and forth at times with Chyna, and you have the Chyna page on Facebook, which people go out and check it out. What is your feel on this whole situation?
Well, first, let me just clarify too. That Chyna page is not even mine anymore. I co-run it with her team. I'm on there. Her page is an actual page of entertainer page. But back to what you were saying, the internet got up and got rambunctious about the fact that X-Pac, her ex, decided to bring his nose in there where it didn't need to be, just so he could get it out of Triple H's ass, to basically state that she bum rushed him, that she had to almost be escorted out, which was a bunch of crap. She was invited by Roddy's family, and she even stated in her video she doesn't have to dignify her friendship with Roddy or anybody for that matter.
Right.
She was invited. She was there. Her team did not even go. It was just her, and she didn't even know Hunter was going to be there. Now, as far as that goes, that to me, I suggested I talked with her team. I even talked with her briefly, very briefly, because she's been so busy lately. A response was needed because this was getting out of control. People were getting more stupid with stupidity. It's amazing what internet and people behind a computer can do. These cyber bullies that will say everything to you on the internet, but when it comes right to your face, they'll shut up.
Right.
I suggested it. I didn't know if she was going to do it or not, and I'm glad she did, because it needed to be addressed. People were, getting out of control and wondering what was true, what was not. I knew whatever it wasn't as bad as people were making it out to be.
It never is.
And Sean, on the other hand, he's just out to, do Triple H's dirty work, because obviously he's good with the company when he's just as guilty as she was. And the fact that she still continues to be blackballed, you know what? That's the whole issue with Roddy is another story. But the fact that she's continuing to be blackballed from the company, that's her attempt. I think the main thing that people were thinking is that they were gonna be recording her documentary while she was at the funeral. Now, for that, I just say people need to grow up. Okay, to give Chyna a little bit of credit, she has cleaned up her life completely. She is a totally different person than she was when she left here 4 years ago. And she is just trying to reestablish herself, her character, her brand, so people can come out there and she can be with her fans. She did this for her fans. She still has a following, and that's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said I understand. I understand that.
But as far as this goes, she's not going to be disrespectful to Roddy, and the fact, especially that she was invited. Do I think she handles things, or her team handles things a little bit too abrasively, too much? They don't do it the way maybe it should be done. But it was even suggested, as I talked with other people about it, that these kind of meetings don't need to be on video.
Mm-hmm.
Although I understand both sides of it, I kind of agree. Maybe if those meetings should be set up behind closed doors, maybe not. I don't know. But at the same time, in Chyna's defense, things happening behind closed doors. Nobody wants to believe the fact that Stephanie would be this vindictive bitch that she would steal her fiance away, and Vince would do no. Come on, Vince is not going to side with any against his daughter. I don't care who you are.
Right.
That's his baby girl. Maybe in that instance, she needs the proof to show her fans that she is not the devil in it. They destroyed her. They took everything from her. And the fact that they don't acknowledge her is because they're making it personal.
Right.
Sean Waltman was in that sex tape with Chyna, showing up his ridiculous, his stupidity in that video too, and gets to come back and make appearances because he's won a Triple H